As you know, releasing the CM Punk Jack Perry footage completely backfired. The attempt was to embarrass CM Punk, but it just kinda proved CM Punk's point, and it just left wrestling fans asking, why, Tony? Why the fuck? Tony's response? Oh, hip-hop rating. Love it. Wanna talk about it. Can't wait to talk about it. This is fine. But the thing is, it popped the rating for one night only. Maybe two. If anything, it's just gonna go down because people are disappointed in you. Should've kept that good guy's reputation, Tony. Anyway, welcome back to the channel, and this video is safe. It's going to be PG for anyone but Tony, because Tony? Ooh, Tony, stop the video! Click off the video! It's Tony's goddamn paralysis demon! People, it's just getting worse. Every time I upload a video on something more happens. There's something I forgot to talk about, and that's what we're doing right here. My legal name is TheGreatOne, something that The Rock stole from me, so make sure to subscribe, like if you already didn't. Let's talk about the drama. One thing I want to talk about is this claim that it was all Tony's idea. Young Bucks Ospreay didn't want to do it, which seemed bad. Like, Tony has to be out of his mind, and that was my question. Wasn't there anybody in the roster? They have like 1,000 people, right? Nobody told him that it was a bad idea. Well, seems like the important people didn't, because turns out, if the rumors are true, the Young Bucks were more than happy with it. Ospreay was more than happy with it. And the delusional fans who are going to defend anything anyway are posting these claims that the Young Bucks and Ospreay were fine with it as if it's a good thing. They're posting this as a response. Let me tell you, it's actually worse. Instead of one guy out of his mind, now we have a bunch of them. So I'm not seeing how this is a good thing. Please explain how is the good thing that no, Tony Khan is not the only man out of his mind. There's a bunch of them. They're all crazy, so joke's on you. It's crazy how people don't seem to understand that this is exactly what CM Punk was talking about. If the rumors are true, Tony is making bad decisions, the EVPs are making bad decisions, so I'm not seeing it as a good thing at all. And while everybody's calling CM Punk a hypocrite, whether true or not, AEW definitely said, right back at ya, CM Punk, because last week they sent Edge, or maybe Edge did it by himself, maybe, and Edge had good intentions, you know, whatever the case may be, Edge is trying to do what's right. And he did. The promo was cringy, but he said, let's focus on the positives. I love this company. AEW is where the best wrestle, which is honestly one of the worst lines ever. The Great One's channel is where the best makes videos. Whatever the case may be, Edge's intentions were good, and he tried to move on from the negativity. Only for Tony Khan to make Edge look like a complete idiot by only focusing on the negativity just the next week. No, seriously, it was basically, you know what? We're gonna focus on the positives. They tried to act like the better men, but the very next week changed their minds and ended up doing something completely different. People, Tony Khan is acting like Vince McMahon. He's not a piece of shit, obviously. And look, what I find really funny is how every time you talk shit about Tony Khan, people expect you to talk shit about Vince McMahon, as if it's not obvious. Everybody with a right mind has the same opinion on Vince McMahon. Do I need to mention every bad person every time I talk about someone you like? What's the matter? He's not even there anymore. And here's the thing. I completely disagree with this idea that AEW needs to die. That's not where I'm coming from. I know a lot of people are, and it's absolutely crazy, and these people, in my opinion at least, are absolutely insane. It's great that they're around, and we're talking shit about them because we loved this company in 2019. Well, at least I did back then. But just over the years, it got worse and worse. Now we're at a point of desperation. What also really pissed me off is the fact that AEW are taking down the video from everybody. Like, you can't use that footage, which is a bigger problem in itself. I talked about this years and years ago. And look, okay, I'm gonna talk about it because I don't think I talked about that in video. I only talked about that on Twitter. So here's the thing. Fair use. You can use a certain amount of footage if your content is transformative, right? If I make a review or something, and you see that with like blockbuster movies, right? You can basically use footage from all the Marvel movies or all that shit if it's transformative and it's a review, not just a re-upload, right? I'm doing that with WWE. Sometimes they do block your video, but if you appeal, they change their minds. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Depends on who's reviewing the video, right? When AEW started, they were actually happy with the shit you posted. All the GIFs, all the videos, keep them coming, the Young Bucks said. But once they got popular, they started taking that shit down, especially things they don't want you to see. I know fair use is a defense, but that's literally YouTube copyright system abuse. That's basically it. I know this is not very interesting, but to put it in very simple terms, you can review movies, you can review TV shows, you can review music kinda, you can't review AEW. And to me, that just shows micromanagement, insecurity, and we just got another example. Anytime you post anything about the brawl, they take it down. Mind you, the same footage they decided to show on TV. And that's the thing, man, the responses are absolutely tone deaf. He's literally bragging about a rating pop while his people are working overtime to take down these videos. Also, I don't agree with CM Punk getting physical. The thing is, though, we didn't hear what was said. But again, I don't agree with that necessarily. The thing is, though, it wasn't even that bad. It really wasn't even that bad. Like I've said, I'm not even making a joke. In high school, I had more serious fights. And at first glance, you can tell, your boy ain't a fighter, right? But people need to understand it's a different environment. It's not like it happened in school, one teacher attacking another teacher. It's pro wrestling. That shit happens all the time. How many times we heard about that in the WWE and it wasn't that big of a deal? We heard about, I think, Goldberg fighting Jericho, Lesnar fighting Jericho. Man, Jericho loves to fight. And to end this video, here's something I also completely don't understand. People are acting as if it's the WWE who can't stop just talking about AEW all the time, right? Like Triple H can't stop talking about AEW when he didn't even mention the names. Will Ospreay literally assumed, oh, he must be talking about me, bruv, so I gotta respond. What if he wasn't talking about you? That's just stupid. But here's the thing. How is it not well known at this point that AEW was almost built on hating on WWE? I'm pretty sure we heard almost one reference to the WWE every week on Dynamite back in 2019, 2020, or even right now again. How did this narrative completely change? It's the other way around. And look, people, I actually like that shit. I don't see why would you get mad at it, right? That's fun. But like I've said, it has to make sense. When WWE sucked and AEW said WWE sucks, we cheered. You're right. But I feel like now it's the other way around. And when you say WWE sucks, we're like, well, about that, Tony. Not so sure about that anymore. But you know what, people? I was absolutely shocked that it wasn't just Tony. Even more people thought that it's a great idea. Thank you for watching this video. You know what? I feel like the next show is going to have a decent rating because I feel like people want to see how AEW is going to try to recover from that. And if they won't try to, don't know what to tell you, man. Don't know what to tell you. Thank you for watching this video, The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.